Welcome to another installment of the Screen Squad. Like always, I'm Vinny.
We're watching him.
And
This week we're talking about Deuce Bigalow, male gigolo. His going rate is $10, but he's willing to negotiate. Right?
we're
This
on a
movie-
roll with classics, huh?
That's right, Rob Schneider. Rob Schneider and his
Living legend. Rob
Action
Schneider.
star.
America's darling,
Yeah,
pillar of the
Filipino pop star.
community,
the first Tom Cruise.
sexually active in the community.
Apparently, I don't know.
From the Benchwarmers fame, Rob Schneider. Rob Schneider. You get okay. This movie has a good, in my opinion, has a really good cast. Like there's a lot of good people, a lot of people that are in this movie, right? You have Rob Schneider, you have William Forsythe, right?
Eddie Griffith.
You have Eddie Griffin as his pimp.
He's got a thin dick.
You have was it Oded Fair from The Mummy?
Yeah.
Yes, must make pee.
Yeah. This movie, although it's there's it's like dumb comedy. It's funny. I think it's still funny. Like this movie caught I think caught a lot of people off guard, right, when they came out because it's Rob Schneider,
Yeah.
all right. But it has to do with being a male prostitute,
Well, him and
It's funny.
a gigolo. It's a funny movie. It's a really funny movie. But
I haven't done it in years.
But it's a movie. Yes, it's about that kind of stuff. But it's also about how even though he's a male prostitute, it's how he makes the women's life better without the use of sex. Right? He doesn't have to do that to make them feel better. Again, I think this movie is a lot of fun. The
He's
first
more,
one.
but that makes him more escort than prostitute.
Easy terminology. I don't care. I don't dive deep into your life.
First of all, it's a common misconception, but whatever.
In our
This
business,
guy-
it's a common misconception.
We've been judged for way too long. I wear the scarlet letter on my chest as a sign of pride.
No, but yes. So you have Deuce Bigalow. He's at the beginning of the movie. He's just a fish tank cleaner. Works at that's all he does. He's a fish tank cleaner, and he meets Antoine, right? He meets Antoine. He cleans Antoine's fish tank. Antoine asks him to take care of his apartment. And while taking care of his apartment, right? And while taking care of his apartment, he breaks Antoine's giant fish tank while Antoine is like out of town. So he has to come up with a scheme, with a plan to get the money to rebuild Antoine's fish tank and then get his fish back or put all of his fish in there. So what does he do? He figures out what Antoine does, and he realizes Antoine's a male gigolo as well.
With the use of Eddie Griffin.
And then Eddie Griffin shows up, and you get
the late great Eddie Griffin.
Eddie Griffin's still
Male
alive.
madam.
No, he's not.
Yeah, yes, the male madam, TJ, right? He ends up getting call. He ends up going on the calls that no one wants to go on.
Yeah, he
Right?
recruits him as his he bitch.
None of his he bitches, right? In his words, go on. Which is like the people that are not really welcome in society, like Amy Poehler's girl with Tourette's.
Well, then you got
She kind of steals the
movie. Yeah,
her character is like
and now
hilarious.
it's the first time I saw Amy Poehler like in a movie prior to SNL, and that scene is still funny. That scene is still funny.
By the way, when SNL was funny.
what with her in it?
Yeah, when she was there, these other characters.
Oh yeah, like comedy
they had
legend.
so many good characters.
Comedy legend Jimmy Fallon.
Who?
Exactly.
Exactly.
That's when he was on comedy legend Jimmy
Oh
Fallon.
no, he was a side character.
No, he was one of the
No, it was
writers, right? Him and Tina Fey for a while. When she hooked up with Tina Fey when they got some comedy gold, huh?
But this movie does show its age because it uses the Matrix references, right? Just like if you watch the first Scary Movie, it's also dated because it uses the first Matrix references.
Yeah.
right? It uses those references that almost every comedy was trying to do. Like a lot, even kids movies were doing like that kind of Matrix, like the making fun of it,
Correct.
parodying it. Um,
Correct.
but I think like taking that stuff out, I think the movie's still good. It has good heart, and it was only made for what 17 million, and it grossed almost 100 million.
17 million for that?
Yeah,
Wow.
it was all having to do with Rob Schneider's hair. It was all William Forsythe's his salary.
It's thin dick.
Probably.
Thin dick.
It better not be. But
He was really good, dude, because you don't see him. Like, I don't remember him being in comedies, and then you see him in this, and it's like, what?
yeah. And then that turn, all it was is like he was just jealous again because of Antoine, because Antoine was doing all kinds of stuff. And then this, but I again, this movie is like not really about Deuce, like hooking
First
up
of all, first of all,
women.
Antoine had lovely hair. That hair, I was like, man, I wish I had that hair.
Oded Fair.
Yeah.
The Magi. He was the Magi.
Yeah.
That was the first time I
You
saw
know-
him in The Mummy, and then he came into this movie, and then he was Antoine.
It's
Right, but
hilarious.
he's still the Magi. But yeah, like it's not about like Deuce hooking up with these women. It's how Deuce like makes makes their lives better. Right, that's what it is. Like he does, right. That's it. And yeah, like you have was it Fluisa? That's
Big
the
Boy?
one. Yeah,
Big
it's
Boy?
played by Big Boy.
Cakes and pies.
What'd you say,
Did you say
pie?
steak? Oh. You have the woman he also watches
I'm
the
a lovely,
narcoleptic,
I'm
right?
voluptuous
Then
woman.
you have the narcoleptic. You have Amy Poehler with the Tourette syndrome, right? Then you have what's it? No, the other one is the tall woman. This one is just those three, right? Just Fluisa, and then but then he also finds the love of his life in the girl with the
leg.
Prosthetic leg?
Kate, right? Kate with the prosthetic leg.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where he falls in love, right? But he does it like because he was hired.
Technically,
He
she
was-
scalps people.
Yeah, yeah.
She scalps people.
he was hired to seduce her, but then they end up falling in love, and then that's the one thing. And then but he never sleeps with any of these women, right? Even
You know
uh-huh,
the lady in the sushi bar, the one that he thinks is his date,
uh-huh.
with the eye patch? That's his mom.
Oh really?
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, that's Rob Schneider's mom.
Gross.
The one
Sorry.
the babinka cake when the dad's in the toilet. And he's cleaning the toilet, like that seems gross. He's
Well, I mean, his-
plunging in the toilet, and then he comes in with
His
the
daugh-
cake, and he just grabs the cake with his bare hands, like
His daughter's in the movie too, though.
Yeah, she's a Girl Scout.
Big Boy.
Yeah.
Plays Amy Poehler.
She plays Big Boy.
She plays Big Boy. It's CGI. It's all CGI. But I think but this movie, it's a Happy Madison movie, right? Or no, yeah, it's Happy Madison, but it
It's
was
the
distributed.
first.
Yeah, but it was distributed by Disney, Buena Vista.
Yeah.
Right. So it's
Yep.
technically
Because
he's a
Schneider
Disney
pitched the
character.
idea to the president of Disney at the time in a hot tub.
What?
They were eating sandwiches. No, I don't know.
And French
But he
fries.
pitched the idea to him.
And the ham kept falling into the water and just kept eating it from there.
The tomato, the ham, the whole sandwich falls apart. He's in the hot
The
tub.
ice cream. So disgusting.
Tell you, this movie has funny scenes. This movie does have
But-
funny scenes.
A lot of critics did not like this movie.
They're not gonna like it.
No.
Most critics don't like silly stuff, and this is like silly, fun stuff for people to watch. And
Yeah.
it created it. Unfortunately, gave Rob Schneider like credibility as
Not unfortunate.
as a lead.
Well,
No, because then he made the animal.
well, again, because you have to
Hot
realize.
chick.
Hot Chick was actually pretty good too, though.
Well,
That's the thing.
well, like Edgar said, you have to realize that Happy Madison didn't exist until Deuce Bigalow was was their first movie.
Yeah.
Not Big Daddy, not the Adam Sandler movies. Those were Adam Sandler movies. But then Happy Madison came out, and they were like, oh, we're gonna produce our own movies, and they came out with Deuce Bigalow. Then it
Did they
was
do it?
Little Nicky. Then they gave us Joe Dirt,
Joe Dirt.
right? Joe Dirt.
That
Then
that
of
is
course,
Paying the fourth.
then
near and dear to my
Oscar.
heart.
Then
Near and dear to my heart.
Oscar award-winning Master of Disguise,
Oh no.
God damn it.
right? Look, because they went from
We
one
all
movie in
make mistakes.
'99.
We all make mistakes. It's fine.
But
Turtle,
look,
turtle, turtle.
in 1999, that was Deuce
It was
Bigalow.
funny. Every time you think about that movie, that's all everybody does. Turtle.
Right, that's it.
Yeah.
So it
Kindergarten
went from making
deserves
one
better.
movie. They went from one movie in 1999 to Little Nicky, right? Which Little Nicky was a bomb, right? It was made
Was
for
it?
85,000. It made 58 million. 85 million. And it only made 58 million. But Deuce Bigalow was
But
made for
he released
17
it
and made almost
good.
100. Made almost 100. Joe Dirt another 17 million, made 31 million. The Animal 47 doubled its budget. Then it was Mr. Deeds, the first Adam Sandler movie here, obviously, and it's Adam
Wasn't that
Sandler.
Little Nicky?
Made well, yeah, it's true, Little Nicky, but that bombed. But
Yeah.
then the second one, like Mr. Deeds, 50 million, it made almost 200 million. Well, that's I attribute it to the fact that none of the writers in that movie.
Well, that and John Turturro is what is it?
John Turturro, he's
Yeah, John Turturro, yeah.
Yeah, he plays a watermelon guy. So that's you go.
A watermelon in that.
Yeah.
That's the birdcage.
Yeah.
No, that's Hank Azaria with his watermelones.
Whatever.
And
But
then
He's natural.
we got Jack and Jill.
then you get Jack and Jill with Dunkachino. But no, the movie that started off Happy Madison, right? Is
I need
Deuce
to burn
Bigalow.
it.
And again, it's still one of those funny movies that was ripped apart by critics. But when
critics don't know what the
normal
people want.
when normal people go see this movie, they all like it, right? It's because it's a fun movie. It's just dumb and it has good jokes.
We don't
And
always
it
want to
has
see
good heart.
Shakespeare.
And it has good heart by the end of the movie. There's just heart in the movie. There's a difference. Like Deuce is not doing anything to be mean to anyone. He's not mean spirited. He's trying to help people, right?
Even when
That's all
he
he
was
does.
trying to get the snails in the bottom of the tank.
He's trying to help people. He's trying to help the snails.
Yeah,
Trying to help himself.
Yeah, that's right.
You do that man's a genius. Leave him alone. I was like, how do you figure that out?
But again, there's like it's not just Rob Schneider. Rob Schneider is not. It's like yes, he's in the movie, but the people who steal the show is I say Eddie Griffin's TJ and Amy Poehler's the girl with Tourette's.
William
Ruth,
Forsythe
right?
is really good in
And
that.
William Forsythe, like everyone else in this movie, they steal the show.
Everybody
because-
stands
Well,
out. The
well,
dad.
They give him all
Yeah.
give him enough time to
the
shine.
babinka cake, the
That's-
babinka cake.
Babinka cake is delicious. It's
Yeah, but now when
it's
there's
cooked
shit
in
on it.
it's cooked in banana leaf. Okay. No, and he was
That's
plunging.
just chocolate, baby. It's just chocolate.
He was plunging.
It's-
He just
it's
happened not to
nutty.
wear any.
Uh-huh.
It's full of fiber. Anyways, he was plunging without gloves. That's what made it grosser. Okay.
No, duh. That's the got poo,
Now,
sl-
if
poo-
if
poo-
you
poo
would have been
splash.
plunging with gloves on, taking off the glove and eating it,
That's fine.
no, it says no.
I
It's
would
the
have had no
same.
problem. Yeah, but then it's just yeah. Oh, gross.
Yeah. Okay. Went through.
Yeah, it's gross.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. Everyone in this movie really does shine. Like again, and it's all. It's
This
all
this
just
was
extremely
big
funny.
boy. You know,
Was
pre-weight
big
loss.
boy. He
This
was
is
big
when
When
boy.
he was big boy.
Yeah.
Now he's just tall.
Tall boy.
Tall boy. He's a tall dude.
Hey,
Right.
bring me a tall boy.
That's all he is. What is this? Flaming
This
Hot
is
the movie
steak.
again? Did you say Flaming Hots? But if you haven't seen Deuce Bigalow, that's what I say. If you haven't seen it, it's a movie that I think deserves to be watched because it's a movie that catches you off guard. You don't think it's gonna be this funny, and it's because it's Rob Schneider and it's
Yeah, I know. The problem is
Mike-
you watch this movie, you go like, man, I'm gonna watch more Rob Schneider movies,
and then he makes other Rob Schneider movies, and you're like, oh,
No.
I'll go back. I'll go
still-
back and watch Deuce Bigalow.
No, I like Rob Schneider movies.
I mean, except for Big Stan, I don't like Big Stan.
I mean, I like Rob Schneider when he's with other people. Judge Dredd, Knockoff,
No.
The
He's good by
Demolition
himself.
Man.
No. Okay, Hot Chick, I like it. That's actually one of those movies I'm like, I really like, you know.
Well,
'cause,
that's
Yeah, Hot
that's
Chicken.
that's one of the movies that gave us what's her face from Mean Girls
Rachel
and
McAdams.
Rachel McAdams, right? That's the one that
Yeah,
gave
yeah,
it
yeah.
Rachel McAdams.
Yeah. What other one? The Animal's not that bad.
The
It's
Animal's
bad, but it's not.
Animal's a little
good.
rough.
It's
Yeah,
not. It's
Animal's
not.
a
It's
little
not
rough
good.
to watch.
It's not that bad, but it gave a movie career to the Survivor winner. What's her name?
In like one movie, that's all she made was one movie.
It gave her.
That's
her
not
career.
a movie career. That's like just making a movie. That's like you saying that
like
movie
playing
on
an
Amazon
orderly.
gave you that's that movie that gave you that gave you that career. You don't have a career in movies. You were just a security guard in an Amazon Prime movie.
First of all, I did that when I needed money. and
But
It's
what
because
you
he
should
went
like,
and-
number one.
just-
If anyone ever sees it, I'm not gonna name the movie, but if anyone ever sees it, you can catch it. He's just staring at the camera. He's doing one of these. All right, guys.
It's because he auditioned for an orderly, but he thought it was another movie.
A disorderly. the biography of the Fat Boys.
the Fat Boys biopic.
The
Yeah.
biopic. He was gonna play all of them. It was like the clumps. It was like the clumps.
Fat boys are back.
He's gonna write the movie. He's
I'm
like
gonna
read the movie
pass
play.
out.
Yeah. But no, yeah, you get Deuce. Yeah, like out of the movies that Rob Schneider's done, like The
I feel like
Animal's
he-
not great. Deuce Bigelow's good. The sequel's not as good as the first one for Deuce Bigelow.
It's still not bad though.
It's not bad, but it's not as good as the first one. The Hot Chick, okay, I'll give you that. I like what is that? The bench. I don't think the bench warmers is that bad,
No, it's bad.
right? But I think it's not bad. But then after that, you don't get any more Rob Schneider starring movies
No, because
until you get
he's-
Grown Ups.
He does. No, he does just still like cameos. He
cameos.
plays
The
it.
same
yeah.
character. You can do it. That's all he does now.
Oh no! Wait! He was a sidekick in 51st Dates, so
Yeah, the Waikiki sneaky between
Yeah.
the cheekies.
But
But again, and he was also the guy who married Chuck and Larry. It's a circle.
the circle. No beginning, no end. It's a circle. I want to watch that movie again.
No,
The
you can
movie
watch
is
it.
fun.
You
Now
can
I'm
watch
gonna
it
have to
all
check it.
yourself. It's always on TV. It's always on TBS or TNT,
Yeah.
especially in the
Yeah.
month of June.
But I was gonna say, my kids had never watched this movie, and I sat down with them to watch it yesterday, and they were cracking up.
The
Yeah.
movie's hilarious. I'm
It
telling
still
you,
holds up. And except for the Matrix reference and all that
Yeah,
stuff, it
it's-
still holds up.
yeah. Even if you remove that and just make it a normal fight scene or whatever, it would still
Yeah.
work, right? It's still a good movie, and it's still a good Rob Schneider movie, right? And that's what's to me is still crazy because Rob Schneider is Rob Schneider.
And the
Right?
best thing about it is you get Odette Fair.
You know,
And
not
his
just that.
beautiful,
You get,
beautiful hair.
you get him. You get William Forsythe. You get Eddie
deserves
Griffith.
nothing.
You get Amy Poehler. You get the situations. That's the thing. The situations that Deuce Bigalow gets put in. It's funny, right? That's the thing. That it's funny. But the whole thing is that this movie still has heart. That's what
And
works
he
well
doesn't
in this movie.
smash anyone the whole
And that's why this movie did really well because it was just comedy for being comedy, and it's just unapologetic and let it be what it was supposed to be. And
it was silly.
yeah, that's the kind of the whole
Yeah.
point, right? I like it. I recommend it. You should definitely watch it if you haven't seen it. Wherever you can catch Deuce Bigelow, watch it. It's a recommended watch.
Go get it
by
checked
the
out.
Screen Squad.
if you can.
It's
Screen
rated
Squad
R,
stamped.
so
I mean, but it's not rated R like normal rated R. It's just a regular. It's like not,
it's
it should be
silly rated R.
PG-13.
There's no nudity in this movie.
It's rated R, but it's like PG-13.
No nudity.
Rated R.
There's butt. But that's a dude butt. I mean, and even then, like it's a wet T-shirt. That's about it. Other than that, you get no nudity.
It's just a sexual references. That's all it is. That's why.
And
Like,
some
like,
language.
It's just that I'm elbow deep.
elbow deep.
Yeah. Just
Like some of the things that Amy Poehler says in the movie. I mean, you
Yeah,
can't
ball hair.
repeat.
no.
No.
Right? Like
I
all
can't
that
repeat.
stuff.
You can't repeat my favorite one.
That's in a different movie. That's a different
Oh,
movie.
that's right. That's not
Yeah,
a
that's
T
not
movie.
this movie. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
not
I love
another
that
T
movie.
movie. You can't repeat that one. You can't repeat what they say in Not Another T movie, which will be reviewed soon on this channel.
Oh, great.
Dude, 902 movie is hilarious.
It is. It is like I watch it now, and it's a lot more funnier now that I watch it.
Because you know more
I've seen all those
I
movies
know
now.
what that is.
But on
with
that note,
Captain
guys,
America.
check out Deuce Bigalow, Mayo
It's
Gigolo.
appalling. How is nobody taking a dump on your chest?
All right, we'll talk about when we watch that movie.
Oh,
This has
poop.
been Vinny.
This is me.
Damn it.
We'll see you guys next time.
I apologize for no one.
See your